Welcome to another episode of That Crazy Triangle Guy. Here we are looking at Bitcoin US dollar index on the hourly time frame. And as usual, we are right on the edge. What are we on the edge of here? We are on the edge of, kind of just below this flag here, which you'll see in a minute. But more importantly, this line here, we make that a little darker. This white line is a trend line that goes back a little ways that I just noticed playing around with these little things over here, turning stuff on and off. And I said, hey, what is that line I just turned on? And we are seemingly bouncing off it right here. So let's go take a look and see what it is. Now, hopefully we hold this and the chart doesn't make a liar out of me, because I just spent a lot of time drawing a whole bunch of lines and channels and stuff that seem like a really realistic scenario. Here, let's turn those guys off just for a second and get a better view. Oh, first of all, let me apologize for the sound quality, because once again, I do not have the amenities of my mother's basement with me right now, as I am staying with some friends. So you can see that this line is an extension of this line. Kind of doesn't hit anything here, but this right here does hit this first little bounce we had. We fell through it and then kind of bounced off it again here, aside from this little wick. So that's key to point out here. Scrunch things together a little bit more. We may have to go off and no, we don't have to go off an hourly. This trend line then goes back here to the 26th of February and the 7th of February and the 5th of February. Yeah, that's about it. And if I zoom in here, let me put this on auto. If I can zoom in here, you can see that I did spend quite a bit of time making this as accurate as possible, and that we do come precisely down to that line there. And then once again here, as well as here and here. Whoops! Not I got off the wrong line. Sorry, I meant here and here. Closing candle bodies right there and wicks right here. And here we are. Up. Oh, we see it's making a liar out of me. We've come down through it a little bit here. And that's okay. That's okay. Because we should hold candle bodies on here. Maybe we wick through a little bit. So you'll see in a second why this is important. Now, first of all, let me get rid of some of these lines. We have this fuchsia colored, purple colored channel, which I placed here at the this bottom here, this low. And it's a standard steeply sloping channel that I've used many, many times that seems to dictate price action coming off of bottoms. And as it turns out, we had been following kind of this other. This acted as a support line right here. Is what I'm trying to say. This trend line here, um, until right at this moment when we came crashing down through it. So let's just turn those guys off for a second. Which guys are those? Those would be the this guy probably, yeah. And I'm guessing this guy. No. Oh, that's horizontal. It's probably this guy. No, that's the guy we want. There we go. Okay, so we got those turned off. We really want. I can turn this horizontal line off probably. I should probably leave it. It's going to come in handy some other time. Now let's zoom out here. Zooming out, you can see the significance of this trend line here. It's acted as support with this whole move here. Now, we have this bull flag here channel that we traded down in, and we have broken out of it and trying to find support on both the top of that channel and this trend line. Also, we are forming a inverse head and shoulders pattern here, and I'm going to turn a couple things on here that make that a little bit more clearer. If I know where they're at. There's our poles. What happened to our head and shoulders that I just made? Oh, here we go. Now let's turn these poles off for a second. Turn the head and shoulders on. So here's our inverse head and shoulders. This shoulder here, head here, shoulder here, neckline perfect. And this is what you want to see in these patterns. I mean, this is this straight line, this neckline hits all these points exactly. And I imagine that today and over the weekend, we probably come up here. And so if you look at this, we would hit the potentially hit the neckline of this sometime on Sunday and then break through, retest Monday morning and bounce. It's set up perfectly for that to occur, and we would then consolidate in this region over the weekend, today and over the weekend. Probably really boring price action, I'd imagine. If in fact this is playing out this way. Now let's turn on our flag poles. Now, first of all, I drew this pole here Okay, I need to get this off of auto. Let's open it up a little bit. Well, and since I drew this, we have wick down through it a little bit. So we may have to adjust that. Although it's looking pretty good here. I like the way it's drawn. So, like I said, we need to hold support here in order for all this to play out. I mean, we could wick down through a little bit, and this is on an hourly, so we got plenty of hourly candles here to close the bodies on this line. What time is it? Oh, we got market open right now. I'll be damned. Market just opened. So, and then once I drew this channel here and placed it, this is before I even, no, it's probably about the same time. So, then I took this channel and I said, hey, let's just see if it has any significance with other price action, or if it but anyway. So I placed it over here, and as you can see, it has the pretty much is describing price action right here. I mean, if I took another one and went like this, it'd probably be more clear. You can see how price action has traveled up in this general sloping manner here. And as well, we could, I mean, it doesn't mean that we're going to stay in this channel, but I mean, if we took another channel and placed it either on top or below here, that is what you would probably get. Now, halving is coming up over here. So what should we expect to see? That's bringing us up into the 80s. If we did, in fact, it's off the chart actually. Upper 80-ish region, if we did, in fact, go like that. So, hey, that's what it's telling me. So, anyway, we'll just see if this plays out over the weekend. Inverse head and shoulders pattern and something like that. You just take this guy off here for now. I'm trying to reduce the number of lines we got going on. So, that's what I'm looking at. Let's see what happens right here in this area. Market just opened. Let's zoom in and see what exactly we are doing. We're coming down a little bit. Whatever. Like I said, wick's okay. Wonder how far down we'll come though. Okay, so got to look at the other scenario, possibly coming all the way down to 62-ish to once again test the light blue center line of our blue parallel channel here. That wouldn't make sense. The whole setup I just laid out is really what makes sense. I mean, it's almost a perfect setup. And maybe that's their plan, is to fool me. Huh. Let's see what FBTC is doing here. Why is it on a 5-day? That's weird. It could potentially come down another, let's see, about 1.111%. Let's see what that does over here. Well, it would bounce off of this. It would be bouncing off of the little curvy line that I made. And you know what I'm going to do? Clone this. And let's just move this down here like that, where we're hitting these two wicks here. Potentially we come down here and retest that line. Sometimes they do that. Anyway, so all we got to do is wait and see what happens. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So, all right, like, subscribe. See you next.